Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Enactus Plus Social Good Hangout, part of the Road to the Enactus World Cup series, a series where Enactus student teams from all around the world share their stories around their community outreach work. As a part of this Road to the Enactus World Cup series, we will highlight Enactus team stories from Brazil, China, India, Morocco, Singapore, and today we will hear from the team representing the United States, Texas State University, who will showcase their community outreach projects along with 35 other national champions at the Enactus World Cup in Beijing, China, October 22nd through the 24th. For the people who are not familiar with Enactus, we are an international nonprofit organization that brings together student, academic, and business leaders who are committed to using the power of entrepreneurial action to improve livelihoods. Guided by academic advisors and business experts, the student leaders of Enactus create and implement community empowerment projects around the globe. The experience not only transforms lives, it helps students develop specific skill sets and a social perspective that is essential to leadership in an ever more complicated and challenging world. At this time, I'd like to introduce my colleague Stephen Robertson, who is the Director of Program for Enactus United States, who has been working directly with the team from Texas State University on their projects this year and is going to share a little bit more about the element of competition and some details around the team. With that, Stephen?
Thank you, Sarah. Like Sarah said, the Texas State University Enactus team won our National Expo this year and competed against over 200 other Enactus teams throughout the United States. And our whole Enactus program is centered around this idea that we can do better in our communities through entrepreneurship. And we can do that and have a greater impact through competition. Competition allows us to be results-driven individuals that have that accountability and have the opportunity to come together every year for best practice sharing. So today we actually have 3 members of the Texas State Enactus team executive leadership. So we have Ali Ijaz, Seth Bleiler, and Chelsea Watkins with us. Thank you for being with us today. So we want to definitely jump into your projects and hear how you've been enabling progress in the Central Texas area. So we'll first talk about your project called Row. So Ali, I know this is kind of this is the project that you really spearheaded. So can you provide us a brief overview of Row?
So Ros started as a project after we assessed need in our local community, where we saw that local business owners really had a need for trying to get more customers. But we noticed that they were not using modern technology-based marketing aspects, so we came up with our own solutions, and the project Ros started, and then we were so successful in helping businesses, we actually turned into our own successful business. We've hired multiple individuals now at Row, which is its own business. We've had over 100,000 in revenues over the last year, and we've helped over 150 small and medium-sized businesses now.
Great, that's outstanding. So tell us a little bit about the name. Why did you choose the name Row?
It was a play on words with growing your business, and we really thought it fit in with, we really were aiming to help grow businesses.
Outstanding. So I know that with starting businesses, we all know that small businesses are the backbone of the American economy and are going to be essential for the economic redevelopment that's currently occurring. So as you were looking at starting a business, why did you go to the Enactus team? Or why did the Enactus team jump in to help? Anybody can answer that one.
I think the reason why we started with the Enactus team is because it's full of young college individuals who know a lot about online marketing, search engine optimization, and it was really a great place to get a lot of knowledge from these students about what works with that demographic as well as what's working now online to help you gain attention to your customers. So I think that's one of the main reasons why we started with the Texas State Enactus team and then grew it into its own business.
Great. So tell us a little bit more about the process as you began to flesh out this idea. You said we've got this idea to create a marketing firm specifically targeted to small and medium businesses. How did you begin? Tell us how you began.
So first we assessed need, then I came up with a one-pager essentially that we presented to our executive committee, and they voted yes or no if they wanted to go forward with the project. After starting the project, then we started with solutions. We originally started with a solution called WebSeat, which was a basic online presence for local customers. It sounds simple, but a lot of customers nowadays, we know a lot of small businesses nowadays actually are not online, and we found it interesting that 97% of people, when they're looking to shop local, they go online first. So we definitely saw a need. And we were so successful with that, we built additional solutions. Now we have a full line of integrated solutions. We started off as a project. We were helping, anywhere from 5 to 10 businesses, but then we really saw there was more and more businesses asking for our help, so we saw an opportunity to actually create a business out of it. So we started the whole business application, and we started, just a couple of us. Then we started getting more and more demand, so we started hiring on account managers, a marketing manager, graphic designers, and so on.
Great. So I know you've discussed quite a bit about online marketing and that web engine search optimization. Are you still utilizing and using traditional marketing channels?
While we do focus primarily on local online marketing, we do understand the importance of traditional marketing, such as print marketing, direct mail services. So we do offer those, and we actually integrate those in with their online marketing campaign, and we're able to do it in a much more cost-effective manner as well.
Perfect. Perfect. So I know you said that the business has already made in its first year over $100,000 in revenue. What does the future look like for Ro?
Over the May and so far in June actually have been our best months. We've really we've set up a outside sales team in San Antonio. We're connecting with different business owners. A lot of business owners are now starting to come to us, which is great. And we're actually just launched a new website as well. And I can actually pull that up real quick for you guys to take a look at.
So then tell us, as you're bringing up that website, tell us about about your nationwide reach. Are you only in the Central Texas area, or are you working with customers all across the U.S.?
We are working with customers all over the U.S. and actually, interestingly enough, in Washington State we have almost as many clients as Texas.
Wow.
And one of the things we did was we actually got a TV commercial in New York City that just aired, and we had 20 spots run on popular channels such as CNN, Fox News. And we're starting to see a return from that. We're about to have some more run in New York City as well.
Wow, outstanding. So, Ali, I know that you've worked with over 115 small businesses to provide a more affordable solution to increase their marketing endeavors. Can you tell us any specific stories or give any highlights of what your customers are saying and how your business has impacted them?
Definitely. One example that comes to mind is a local paint and body shop. So we were actually able to rank him #1, not only in San Marcos, his local city, but also in the cities around him, all the way up to San Antonio and Austin. And now he ranks #7 actually in the United States for a top keyword in paint and body. So he's been in business for over 30 years, and he recently told us that this is the first time ever that he's having to come in at 7 a.m. and hire so much staff so quickly. And he's actually on a package where we do his local online marketing. We also do all his offline, and we also do marketing consultations.
Wow, that's outstanding. And again, that is what it's all about, is stimulating the U.S. economy through the creation of small businesses and allowing them to utilize organizations like Ro to really impact their business. So not only are you impacting your local economy, you're impacting the nationwide economy through Ro and through the marketing efforts, but your business actually has a unique environmental element to it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so all of our print solutions that we offer, first of all, they're printed on recycled paper. We use special environmentally friendly pigment inks. Then to add on to that, for every client that we have every month, we plant 1 tree. And so far, we've already planted over 5,000. By the end of the year, we're projecting to have planted over 10,000 trees in 16 countries that are impacted heavily by deforestation. And that's also significantly cuts down on the CO2 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that will be something that for generations to come, CO2 will continually be taken out of the air, and it's just filtering out that. So great. We love to hear about Ro. So now you also have another project that is very, very near and dear to your local community. It's about impacting homeless individuals, and it's called Mobile Loaves and Fishes. So tell us, what exactly is Mobile Loaves and Fishes?
Mobile Loaves and Fishes is an organization in Austin that we partnered up with, which helps empower the homeless to get off the streets, earn an income, and ultimately find a place to live and make themselves better as a person. What we're doing with Mobile Loaves and Fishes is we started out by helping them with street treats. We help them with accounting, sales functions, and what we've done is we've increased their profit just in the time that we've been partnered with them by over $43,000 alone. And right now, one of the main parts of Mobile Loaves and Fishes is after doing the street treats, they told us that they wanted to do this community in which the homeless could be a part of, and that they could have low rent homes where they could have this self-sustaining community, have low rent homes, and be off the streets. And so we are helping the homeless, and we're helping Mobile Loaves and Fishes to get those homeless off the streets in a community so that they can start empowering themselves and making themselves better.
That's great. Thank you. So with street treats, you have taken an actual an interesting approach. So street treats, again, is these are individuals, they're vendors that are out on the street corners in Austin, Texas at festivals or events or just during the week, and they are selling soda, waters, ice cream, right? Those types of items. And so I know that with you, you've taken a unique stance of taking street treats to where the crowds are. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So what we've done is, so with Austin City Limits, for example, it's this large festival that happens in Austin, and when we were working with them, we would take them to the locations in which were the busiest, and so that's what helped them increase their income. At times, the homeless were making about $21 to $22 an hour selling water bottles and ice cream treats. So that's kind of, we knew where the spots were that were busy and where all the customers were coming in and flowing in. So we took them to those locations, not only took them there faster, but helped them sell out and turn around those carts a lot faster as well.
And then to add on to that, our students also taught them sales principles, which have helped make them actually be self-sustainable on their own as well.
Wow, great. So it's great to hear that you're using technology to be able to communicate with each other and say, hey, over at this street corner, there's a huge group assembling. Let's move a street treats cart there. It's great to use social media and being able to have that real-time optimization of their product and being able to take it where the customer is rather than waiting for the customer to come to them. Love that. That is entrepreneurship at its finest. So tell us more about this community and the vision for the community of taking the homeless off the streets and getting them in a community.
Yeah, so like Seth was saying, we're out there, helping them with this community, and so it's a whole bunch of different little houses that we're actually helping them build. And so actually Seth and I just went out there last week to go and help with 2 of the houses out there, putting up siding, painting, and we're really excited that in the future, in the next couple of weeks, actually we're going to help them go in there and actually put in little fixtures in the house. And so in this community, they have their own little workshop, they have a garden, they have community bathrooms, they have a kitchen, they have a warehouse, and so this is going to be their own little self-sustaining community, and they're the ones actually out there helping and working on it as well. It's not just us going out there and just doing it for them. We're side by side out there working with the homeless and really teaching them just different aspects of go out there and earn your own sort of living.
Great, thank you. And it's exciting to hear about how you are working to address one of the largest expenses for many Americans, many individuals worldwide, and that's rent. So can you tell us, briefly describe the different housing options that the homeless individuals will have at this community and some of the pricing for that?
So the housing options can range, so I'll give you the rent range first. It ranges from around $500 to $200.
Wow.
And it goes from anything from a smaller house to some of the houses actually have 2 rooms. Some of the more expensive ones in the $400 to $500 range will be kind of these mobile homes as well. So there's multiple housing options for what the homeless has the income for, as well as what their needs are.
And then they also have access to a commercial kitchen and a workshop as well, where many of these individuals actually build products that they resell in the local community.
And that's a great point. I remember you telling us about a specific aspect of Mobile Loaves and Fishes where the Texas State University team actually held your own Shark Tank simulation. Tell us about that, and if you have any products, we'd love to see them today.
Yeah, so actually 10 of our students took part in this. We came up with 10 different products. Let me pull up some of those products for you guys to look at. Essentially, those products range from anything simple as such as a pencil holder like this, which they can make an average of over $40 an hour selling, to things like a glass vase as well, which was actually the winner, and then we're selling, building and selling as well. Let me see. And we've actually got an example right here for you guys to look at as well. This was one of the products.
Great.
So we
and tell us what it is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so this is actually something that you can do for jewelry. And so a lot of girls don't have any place to put their jewelry in and everything. So you can go ahead, and this is burlap, and it's just a simple picture frame that they took the glass out, put burlap in, attached it to the back, and then you can go ahead and put your earrings in there or other jewelry as well.
And then these products they were sold at the Pecan Street Festival. They're selling some of their products at local shops as well. So they're making an average over $20 an hour selling these products.
That is outstanding. We love to hear how you are literally taking the homeless off the streets in Austin, getting them in affordable housing, providing them with a sustainable job, and really completely changing your society through entrepreneurship. We love that. So want to take a step back and think of the broad level of your team. So as entrepreneurs and as all individuals in society, we're constantly facing detours and sometimes obstacles in our work, in our life, or whatnot. So tell us how your Enactus team overcomes some challenges, and if there were any specifically that you encountered as you were implementing the Project Row or Project Mobile Loaves and Fishes.
Yeah, so I guess the big advantage that we have to our team is that we are a big, mature team. It's over 200 members. It does sometimes, we do, like you said, we run into challenges. Everyone does. But because of that, what we've done is we've created a kind of like tree. So we have our executive committee, and so there's about 10 or 12 students on that. And then from there, we have senior VPs of each and every product, as well as VPs of each product. And then we have our new students. So our new students can look up to the VPs can look up to the senior VPs, and the senior VPs can then look up to the executive committee. So there's always someone to turn to. There's always like this form of team and communication within everyone in our team. So it does help us out when it comes to communication and challenges that we face along the way.
Great. So how much time do you as executive leaders and a normal team member, how much time do you spend on average per week on Enactus projects?
So our team during the school year, we have 2 meetings a week. That alone takes anywhere between 3 to 5 hours a week, but that's not actually working on the projects. That can range anywhere from 15 to 20 hours to upwards of 40 hours per student per week.
Wow. That's like a full-time job or an internship, right?
Definitely.
Definitely. It definitely all depends on, of course, the project that you're working on, especially something like Row or Mobile Loaves and Fishes. Of course, there's going to be more hours put into those projects.
Yeah. So obviously with a team of over 200 members, you are not only working on Project Row and Project Mobile Loaves and Fishes. How many projects do you have going at any given time?
We have over 50 projects in our project database, and we're continuously working on 20 plus projects at any given time.
Wow, that is great. So in your free time, I'd love to hear with over those 50 projects and these 2 projects that you're continuing, how are you preparing for World Cup? Because that's coming up in just a few months, 4 months away.
Definitely.
So what we're doing is we're continuing to grow our projects that we featured. We're also coming up with new project ideas as well. And then we're altering our script somewhat to fit the World Cup. And since we're representing Team USA now, and then also our video, so we're real busy with editing the script, editing the video, and then continuing to grow these great projects.
That's outstanding. So what are you doing to prepare are you doing any Mandarin studies or anything like that?
At the moment, we're not doing any Mandarin study because we're really trying to focus on getting our video just perfect for World Cup and including all our new results that we're going to have with Mobile Loaves and Fishes and Row, and including all our other projects that are going to be in our presentation.
But who knows, we might have some Mandarin when we get to China.
Yes.
That would be outstanding. That would be great to see. So what is the most exciting aspect of being the national champion? if there was one thing that you had to say, this is the most exciting thing in representing the U.S., what would that be?
I think just I mean, to say that you're a national champion is something that's kind of out of this world. I still wake up in the morning and can't believe it, to be honest with you. But one thing that's really great about it is that we get to represent the United States in a developing country in which we get to present our projects that show what kind of entrepreneurial action we're taking here in the United States that we can further, progress here in the U.S., as well as try and expand these projects into other countries and other areas of just the United States so that we can all make, as a community, everyone better.
That is what Enact is about, is doing this together as, excuse me, as that network of business leaders, academic leaders, and student leaders. And we're so excited to have all of that come together at Beijing, October 22nd through the 24th for our World Cup. Now, last question that I have for each of you is, obviously you have spent hours upon hours of time and really seen Enactus as an internship and a full-time job for many of you. So how has being a member of Enactus actually impacted you?
For me personally, it's one of those things of, I'm not just in this for, of course, the connections when it comes to jobs and my career and furthering down the line, but it's the connections that I've made across the line with my team members and the members that are in Enactus. I made lifelong friends, and I know that I can call on them when I need anything, especially, I'm about to graduate from college in the next year or two, and so just looking further down the line, I know that, when it comes to anything, I can definitely reach out and call on to them.
Yeah, and it's really shown me that we really can use business for good, and it's great to see using business concepts to help somebody become self-sustainable. Instead of giving them a handout, we're giving them a hand up, and that's really opened up a whole new world to us.
And for me, I think the biggest aspect of it is, especially being such a large team here at Texas State, is we have over 200 members, and it's really developed all of us, especially the executive committee and these senior VPs, into leaders that are really going to be, spearheading the business world head on in a couple of years. And I think that's what's going to help us be these great leaders that have these entrepreneurial ideas in the future that lead great businesses.
Perfect. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. This is outstanding. We appreciate you taking time today to chat with us about Project Grow and Mobile Loaves and Fishes, and we look forward to hearing more about them and some other projects again at the World Cup. So I want to turn it back to Sarah now.
Thank you so much, TSU, for sharing your story, for doing such great work in your community. Congratulations for representing the United States, and of course, best of luck representing us at this year's World Cup in Beijing. I know I'm very excited to see what you guys do since I've seen you at our national competition in Cincinnati, and of course only expect great things, so make us proud. Also, a big thanks to our friends at Plus Social Good for supporting this series. We're honored to have the opportunity to showcase what Enactus students are doing around the world, and really appreciate those that are tuning in to listen. Our next team to be featured will be the national champion team from China, which is North China Electric Power University. We are waiting on the date for this next in our series, so please stay tuned for the details. And we do hope that you tune in, and be sure to follow us on all of the appropriate social media. So thanks again to everyone, and thanks to my colleague Stephen for leading the questions. And again, best of luck to TSU.
Thank you.
Thank you.